The Mouse and the Clock. Once upon a time, in a park far, far away, there stood a tall clock tower. And every day, a curious little mouse would scamper up to the tower to explore. One day, as the mouse climbed up the clock tower, he heard a loud ticking sound. It was the sound of the clock. The mouse was fascinated by the clock and decided to take a closer look. As the mouse was exploring the clock, he saw a big round wheel that turned and turned, and then he saw two little hands that moved so fast around the face of the clock. The mouse was so fascinated by the clock that he decided to make it his home. Every day, the little mouse would peek out of the clock and watch the children play in the park. And when the clock struck 1, he would run out of the clock and play with the children. But one day, the clock suddenly stopped ticking. The little mouse was worried. He knew that if the clock didn't work, he would have to find a new home. So he decided to do something about it. He climbed up the clock and fixed the big round wheel. And then he climbed up some more and fixed the little hands that moved around the face of the clock. And finally, the clock was ticking once again. The little mouse was so happy that he ran out of the clock and played with the children once more. And from that day on, the clock tower and the little mouse lived happily ever after. The end. Hickory Dickory Dock.
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down. Hickory dickory dock. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 2 and down he flew. Hickory dickory dock. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 3 and did he flee. Hickory dickory dock. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 4, he hit the floor. Hickory dickory dock. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 5, the mouse took a dive. Hickory dickory dock. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 6, that mouse he split. Hickory dickory dock. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hickory dickory dock. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. As 12 bells rang, the mouse he sprang. Hickory dickory dock. Hickory dickory dock, why scamper as the clock? You scared me so I have to go.